So hence I'm saying with South Africa, where are we going to be in 10 years? And the part that hurts the most is those people who sacrificed iliyeve yabo nesikhathi sabo, yabona. Some of them are maimed namhlanje, some of them are dead, unknown, yabona. But njengoba ngitshela South Africa is very strange. Life yakhona ish like ikayi2, uyabona. Angeke kuna nathi lathi nesunderstanda ukuthi enhle yabona kwenzakalana, and then there are those people who are just living nje on a daily basis, yabona. Their concern is their next drink, their next blom time, yabona, their next fashionable sneaker or fashionable t-shirt appearance there and here, yabona. I need to make my hair, my car needs new rims, yabona. That's the everyday life, yabona. But ngapha esayidini there's that life of economy, of education, progress, development, yabona, that people don't pay attention. Ownership, wealth, yabona. Black people don't have ownership. We have ownership of nothing. Even the richest of black people are employed, baba. They are CEOs, they are tokens, they own nothing. They are nothing. Even the richest of our black people are employed. They are CEOs, they are tokens of big companies. They don't own. Ownership is in the hands of white people, of foreigners, of Europeans, of colonizers. We don't own nothing. Nothing. That's why we can't develop nothing. That is why even when they want to build us houses, they have to go to a white person to buy land to build the house. Yabona, amabhuna akhe izindlu zaseSoweto. Thina sisakhula izindlu zaseSoweto bebathi matchbox. I-ANC yatake over, introduce ama-toilet kuthi abantu bayohlala kuwo. Zonke izindlu zase-Brownfisher, Snake Park, those are toilets. You can't kwangena endlini ze-RDP. Yazi umuntu at least okwakhe izindlu nyana ezihlakaniphile ze-RDP nyana uTokyo sekhwale, yabona. Elifering at least kwakhela abantu ama-3 room ne-bathroom nekhishi, yabona. Lama RDP lawo besikhala nge-matchbox house. I-ANC mayibuya ifaka abantu e-toilet. Ukwangena eBrownfisher ayina plaster, ayina ceiling, yabona ukuthi ngithini. Indlu nje ime1, ayina fence, ayina anything, indlu nje around wena community nje engana scale, engana skontiri, engana electricity. There's not even a proper town planning. Yabona, because a proper town planning, first they have to build roads, put sewage on, piping, yabona. Make sure electricity is there, yabona. There's people who are gonna live here, they're gonna need to go to school, have a place for a school there. People who are going to the clinic, have a place for a clinic here. We need to maintain the law here, have a place for the police station there. So all these departments for proper play, for town planning must come together. But what happens is, like South Africans, bagaya wena i-tender ukuthi hambe wakhe izindlu ezi-20,000 for abantu esigangeni somewhere. Yabona, electricity izolandela after 5 years, amanzi azolandela after 6 years, indlela zizoza after 10 years. Uyabona le nto le. Ikolo zizoza after boma 20 years. Uyabona, nina nibe niyohlala laphana nina electricity nina ikontira nani. Indlu yakho ayiraf castwanga ayinafokolo, uzozibonela ufika lapho ugopha umgodi uzimoshele lapha ngaphandle uzincede. Uyabona riding, everything will come after. And then they stand in front of you ku parliament and then they claim those victories ukuthi hayi sakhela abantu izindlu ezingaka. eValley, I was at eValley bakhela abantu izindlu bazishiya halfway, imali idliwe. eValley kwavuka iproject bathi bafuna ukususa iasbestos ezindlini zabantu. Isasekhona namhlanje. Asikhulumi ke ngeSoweto iasbestos ingakanani eSoweto. Diepkloof yonke i-roofing iasbestos. White City yonke Middlelands i-roofing iasbestos. Uyayibona riding. That thing is dangerous. Dangerous, but thina siphila under yona casually. Nobody's raising any alarms. Uyabona? Ingamla won't live under asbestos. Ingamla iyayifear iasbestos. Uyabona? Even in other countries, or especially in the US, asbestos is rated a very dangerous material. If they find asbestos in your house, they have to seal off your house. Uyabona riding. Kunabantu abaspecialize ngadiding. They seal your house off to get rid of that asbestos. Thina is living under yon on a daily basis. It's a very dangerous material, Baba. Highly dangerous. It reduces your lifespan. Oh, but it's a no man's land call. Hey, Leanda, it's a sad thing, Leanda. Those people they don't even belong to no country, those people. Nobody's want to claim them. Labasoche kufuti la. They are citizenless, those people. South Africa doesn't want them. those countries they were recruited in, especially Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Namibia, they don't want them. And Angola, they don't want them. Because amabhunu abayuza, they killed a lot of people, those people. Kufuti, beba ama-trackers wamabhunu. Ama-tracker amabhunu bagcwala lana egangeni lana bafuna ama-forces ase-Zimbabwe, bafuna ama-forces ase-Namibia. Bahamba namabhunu. Hey, bake ba-dangerous laba bantu. So amabhunu athe uma waceda ukubayuza, abashiya lapha. Uyabona? Babashiya lapha. Nama-country wabo abadenounce. No, nina sinfuni nina. Yabona? So those people they are struggling with alcoholism elaphayana, drug abuse elaphayana. Bekwa ama-battalion, ama-31st battalion, ama-white battalion. Baphelele lapha. It's sad. Awuzayentsho ukuthi life ase-South Africa uthi yami ingenye indlela. Yabona? Abantu base-South Africa majority yabo, I'm sorry to say this, but they are very passive and ignorant. Yabona? To their own environment. Uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini? Very passive and ignorant to their own. They create their own environment. Uyangithola? That their own illusion of a perfect environment that doesn't exist. Uyangizwa ukuthi ngithini? Hence ngitshela ukuthi right now, even our food security, our time is in the hands of white people. Food security. One other thing. And that's a dangerous thing. Dangerous thing. And imagine we don't even own a land to secure ourselves with this food security. So they are holding us ransom. So we are not moving anywhere. We can go and vote each and every year, but in actual fact, ukuthi amaqhawe mfethu lawalele nawo la khona ayakhala. Yabona? Yeah, ayakhala amaqhawe mfethu. Abo Sabelo Phama, everybody bayakhala mfethu. Ngoba we haven't achieved nothing, and it seems like the dream that of achieving that something is slowly disappearing. Sabelo Phama, he was one of the high commanding officers at APLA. He was a very charismatic somebody, but the charisma yake was in that in your face. He was the type of person who you would wanted to be around him. He was very influential. Yeah. And I'm a soldier at APLA, they loved him. Because he had ideas. He actually wanted an armed struggle to be pursued to an extent that he even announced a year of the Great Storm, whereby on that year, armed struggle was going to be told. And it was happening because even deployment had started. Soldiers were phela bafo. Uyabona la South Africa azani. I-apply begcwele la azani bafo. I-deployment besesigcwele la azani. Amabhunu had no chance. If only we were not betrayed. And Sabelo Phama was one of the people who was instrumental in deployment of forces within the country. In pursuit of this year of the Great Storm. Sabelo Phama died in Zimbabwe. He died under mysterious car accidents. And to me, why I say it's mysterious, because of the coincidence of the fact that Chris Hani died almost few months. They died few months within each other, Sabelo Phama and Chris. I think immediately after Chris Hani, Sabelo Phama was next. And those two people, they were very significant in our revolution, because both of them, they were military commanders. In each of their military camps, they were the favorites. You understand? And forces were listening to them. Chris Hani was like that. Chris Hani was totally against this whole shenanigan ANC. Chris Hani was the one who was talking about nationalization of everything. And the ANC even pushed him aside to say, nationalism, of nationalizing things. We haven't talked about that yet. So in my belief, because I know Sabelo Phama, the year of the Great Storm, he had consulted Chris Hani. because i-APLA wouldn't have engaged in the year of the Great Storm without the MK. That would have been, I don't know, it would have been a mess. So those two people had to be eliminated. Because if you see, those people, they were eliminated before 1994, before we can go to elections. So they had to make sure that they get rid of all these people who are going to disturb the way to the election. People who have different ideas on where Mandela and his cronies wanted had to be moved. So Sabelo, Phama and Kotane, they were moved. And Kotane, Sabelo Phama, when he died, he was in talks no Holomisa. Holomisa had granted Sabelo Phama a camp at Transkei, which was going to be a base camp where the revolution was going to be launched from. You understand the Whittington. The camp was there in Lusikisiki. But when he died, the camp ended up being used for something else, integrations. So Sabelo Phama, he was very significant. He was very highly trained, and he trained a whole lot of forces like up. Kotane was MK. He was a military commander, a MK, with a communist ideas. Because he was trained by the communists in Russia. He was both. Because like I said to you, SACP, he breeding ground the leadership of ANC. Most SACP members, they end up being in the leadership of the ANC. MK, it was a joint, but the people who actually pushed for the MK was the SACP, Moses Kotane. Moses Kotane is actually the one who presented the idea of a military wing, a MK, to Mandela. And Moses Kotane presents this idea to Mandela. He's got the resources because he's got the communists behind him. You understand what I'm saying? And the Lama communists by then, like Africa, vele kade siwa established. You understand what I'm saying? Kade siwa anama bases Africa siwa support other African countries like abo Angola, abo Libya, Liberia, abo Congo. You want those countries, Mozambique as well. You so Moses Kotane, huyo ozanale idea kule time. ANC was not about the armed struggle. ANC was all about politics now. Social movements, they wanted rights. Moses Kotane uyoza mabatata adopta le freedom charter. Moses Kotane uyoza nale idea kula matime la. Uthi matime abhekanda. Mina ngiphethe amakomanisi la esayidini lami. Moses Kotane phela thina simazi as the first black African communist la South Africa. Mina ngiphethe labantu la. Labantu laba they are willing ukufaka inyuku la. Bafaka imali and they bas establish nama camp and they basinikeza training. Ukuthi silweni. Angithi niyabona la eAfrica kwenzakalani kuyalwiwa. Labantu laba yibo abantu abancedisayo. uMandela athi nesho asenzeni. Moses Kotane no Nelson Mandela babe ne agreement. Bayibize the Kotane Mandela agreement. Hence the MK in the umkhonto wesizwe. But the Mandela Kotane agreement. It's that agreement between the two of them. So Moses Kotane uyothatha uMandela amfake kuzo zonke le ndawo. uMandela sesimbone eCuba, sesimbone eLiberia, sesimbona nango eRussia, sesimbona la eAfrica wearing military gear seka seka establish ama camp. Naba abantu aba behind lama komanisi lawo yiwo lawa pushayo. Ukuthi hayi makube kanje ngoba even nama instructors bekuyiwo lama komanisi. Some of these guys were taken to Russia about train babuya baba my instructors, and even Russia would send them my instructors to come down and instruct these people. And iBhayibheli la khona ke kulama camp labo kuyi communism. Makuthiwa nonikezwe political education ni teach communism. Niyofunda ngabo Karl Marx, ngabo Lenin, makuthiwa niyofunda political education is communism. So EMK ifonywa uyo Mandela alongside with the powerful influence and assistance ka Moses Kotane. Uyabona right? Yes. Moses Kotane and Moses Kotane grand uyo yenza ukuthi ialliance ANC namakomanisi ibe strong. Uyangithola ukuthi ngithini? Uyo wayenza ukuthi ibe strong. uyo introduce labantu laba abamakomanisi ku abo Sisulu yabona abo Sisulu yiyo nabaphuma ama members nawo amakomanisi all of these people